Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. Going to move some crypto around for you guys, and as always, I'll do my very best to get to your questions and see if we can't get your problem solved here live. So, got a lot of news tonight. We'll try to get through that. Most of it concerns the Bitcoin halving event, which occurred yesterday around 7:45, close to 8 o'clock. I was live, and a lot of you were here. So, if you're back again, thank you. My wife asked me, are you going to do a live stream tonight? Because you just did one last night. And I said, yeah, I think a lot of people expect to see me on Saturday, so I'm going to do that. I had someone request staking options for Ethereum within Ledger Live. I've talked about it a little bit before, but I'll try to do my best to walk you through your options. Pretty easy to do in Ledger Live if you've got Ethereum in your Ethereum wallet. And we're going to play around with some DeFi stuff tonight on some of the alternate chains like Solana and the base chain, and maybe get a chance to mention ordinals and the new thing on the Bitcoin blockchain, Rune, which is causing quite a stir. So welcome, everybody, and please join me for a live stream. Let's go over here and see who's kicking around tonight. Kenny was here early, as usual. Thank you so much for being here, Kenny. And thank you for the news stories. I used quite a few of your news stories today. And Mr. Miski and Andreas were both here, and PJ Playhouse here early, hanging out. Cardosaur is here. Kelly P. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, thank you for being here again. Christopher Thane from Australia. E. Poston from Colorado. Kelly P. I just said hello from Nashville. That's cool. Not too far from Grand Rapids. Yeah, we drove to Louisville in one day, but not quite to Nashville. Let's see. Our official known Chakra TV. Awesome. Congrats on passing the 1,000th video. Thank you so much, Simon. I just checked that out last night. It was kind of interesting. Also, I wanted to give you guys a follow-up as to that Bitcoin purchase that we made last night right after the halving. Unfortunately, it did not get logged on the 840,000th block. I'll show you that in just a second. So hello, everyone is here. Good to have you. CM William F. Is Ledger still safe? Yes. Ledger is still safe. Remember to smash that like. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you've never been in my live stream before, if you look down in the description, there's a lot of goodies for you. I've got a few tags to some other YouTubers, Andreas Antonopoulos and Connor over at Crypto Empire. You might want to check out their sites. I have linked a couple of Andreas Antonopoulos videos down below the news stories, lower in the description. I would highly recommend that you check out both of those videos. I admire this man greatly. And let's see, some affiliate links for some new ledgers. I got some ledgers from Ledger, and I was thinking maybe I'll try to open one up and set it up tonight. I'm getting pretty fast at it, but we'll see. If I have the energy, we'll do that. There's an affiliate link to get yourself signed up for a Coinbase account if you want to dip your toes in the crypto market, and a bunch of other. Tangem is another good one. Make sure you use CryptoDad all caps at checkout for a 10% discount on Tangem wallets. Trezor Safe 3, Keystone. A lot of these wallets are having Bitcoin halving events, so you should check those out as well. NGRAVE, Keystone, just a couple of them. Ella Paul, that's another one, having events for the halving good prices. And then I've got all the news stories linked down below. And as I mentioned, some videos from Andreas Antonopoulos. And of course, contact information. If I don't get to your questions, please shoot me an email. I'd be more than happy to see if we can't solve your issue through email. Thank you so much for that donation, Joseph. I appreciate it. Till I move to the UK, I will be watching your shows on Sundays. I don't know. You never know where I might end up. I lived abroad for about 5 years in my younger days, taught in South Korea as an English teacher, and then Indonesia for a bit. That's where I met my wife and got married, and now we're living a nice life here in the U.S., but we would love to travel again. We'll see. So let's jump into the news. I want to get through that. We got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. The Bitcoin halving is here, and with it, a giant surge in transaction fees. The launch of Casey Rodamore's new Runes protocol sent fees surging as users rushed to etch new digital tokens that can be launched atop the Bitcoin blockchain. Now, I played around with this a little bit. This is Rune Alpha, and I think it worked better for me over in Chrome. I thought I had it up in Chrome. Yeah, here. And I got a wallet set up. I got the Leather wallet set up. It's empty, and it's just a hot wallet, but I played around with it. And basically, if you've got your wallet connected, you can create your own Rune type tokens. Anyone can create a token, just like on the Ethereum blockchain. I haven't gotten too deep into it, but you can etch your own token and set its symbol and its ticker symbol, I guess, and then you can give its parameters as to how many total will be issued. Of course, in this situation, there's no initial investment of any kind, and I don't know how you would make money doing this or whatever, but a lot of people are into this. This is more of an ERC20 token for Bitcoin, an improvement over the BRC20. Anyhow, that's what all the hoopla is about. And I guess there are some people that have already created a lot of Rune tokens, and you can get them on the marketplace. But when I go to marketplace, it doesn't have anything. So maybe I'm not totally set up, but I do have my wallet connected. And you can use a ledger with this Leather wallet. So if you go to the Leather wallet, you can add another wallet that will, that's collectible here. I believe it's here. We could, maybe not. Maybe once I've created it. I don't know. But anyhow, when I first set it up, it gave me the option of connecting a ledger device. So maybe I'll play around with this more in the future. But I just wanted to kind of give you a feel as to what this is all about. It's basically, the only problem I have with it is that there isn't a whole lot of built-in functionality on the Bitcoin blockchain. It really wasn't designed to host NFTs and sub tokens. So it's a little ganky or hacky, if I could put it that way. The Ethereum blockchain was specifically designed to enable smart contracts, which, but anyhow, let's get back into the news. I was a little off on a little tangent there. Let's see, we were talking a little bit about this. Fees soared as people were launching Rune. The fourth halving in its 15-year history, a milestone once every 4 years, occurred at block number 840,000 on the Bitcoin blockchain. Bitcoin's price held about 63,000. Transaction fees spiked on the Bitcoin as they launched the new Rune protocol. record. The block, that 840,000th block saw a record high Bitcoin fee of 36.6 Bitcoin, worth 2.4 million attached to it. Craziness. Fees remain far higher than normal in the hour after the trading. P Wizzle, Paul, thank you so much for your donation. I like that. You have used on Rabby Wallet and trade on Base Network. Oh yeah, I did a video on purchasing meme coins on the Base Network. I am also working on a standalone Rabby Wallet video that focuses on just getting the Rabby Wallet set up. But in this particular video that Paul is referring to, I do go through the setup of getting Rabby Wallet set up to use for trading Base Network meme tokens. And I've been using Rabby Wallet. I like it better than MetaMask, although there are some sites that don't support it. You kind of have to flip back and forth between Rabby and MetaMask. Not everybody supports it. But the same goes for MetaMask. Not everybody supports MetaMask, which is kind of why I went into Rabby for a while there. We'll play with that a little more. Once again, thanks for that. The winning mining pool, we talked about this last night. Who got that 840,000th block? It was via BTC, entitling it to the Bitcoin rewards at the new just lowered rate of 3.125 BTC per block, worth about 200,000. But crypto miners have been competing actively for the block since it contains the first SAT, the smallest denomination of Bitcoin, following the halving. This is called the Epic SAT that followed halvings, are seen as collector's items, and some mining executives have suggested that this individual fragment of a Bitcoin could be worth millions of dollars. Just that first SAT in the block after the halving. Pretty interesting, right? And yeah, I guess this via BTC is some kind of mining company. There. We talked a little bit about Runes and their website and the fees. So let's move on. We got a lot to cover tonight. Bitcoin halving 2024 done and dusted. I've got all these stories linked down in the description. I may not have a chance to go through all of them in a lot of detail. Relaxing Vibes, thanks for that subscription. I appreciate that. This is kind of an overview comparing the different halvings. The first one was in 2012. The second one was 2016. And the third one was 2020. And each of these was followed by a new all-time high for Bitcoin. In the last halving, the all-time high was in November of 2021 at 69,000. And we have since topped that a couple of weeks ago. And that's one of the things that make this halving different, because historically, Bitcoin has reached new all-time highs post-halving, or several months down the road from the actual halving event. This particular halving, Bitcoin hit an all-time high pre-halving event. So we're kind of in unknown territory, right? We also have the added factor of Bitcoin ETFs now, so that institutional investors can easily invest in Bitcoin. So a lot of new variables are in play now. So you guys can check the rest of that one out. They're talking about some of these mining companies. Let's see, we got, I just mentioned that the Bitcoin hit an all-time high pre-halving. And so there is some speculation as to, is the new all-time high expected post halving already priced into Bitcoin. We could, some might argue that's true, although based on historical percentages, the new all-time high should be much higher than the 73,000 that we saw. Even though 73,000 was a new all-time high, historically the pattern has been that percentage-wise, it's expected to be much higher than that post-halving. So we'll see. But let's check out this article. I thought it might be interesting. Institutions launching Bitcoin ETFs this year have buoyed the Bitcoin price to record levels. Does that mean the impact of the halving, the 4-year slashing of the Bitcoin reward, could be relatively muted? Interesting. The quadriennial slashing of the amount of new Bitcoin. And by the way, for those of you who might be wondering, the Bitcoin halving does not affect your wallet or your holdings. It does not cut your Bitcoin in half. It does not cut the price of Bitcoin in half. It only applies to the new Bitcoin being created. So if you think about Bitcoin, new Bitcoin coming into the system as a water faucet, right? It just kind of, turns that water faucet down a little bit so that there is less Bitcoin flowing into the system, new Bitcoin, right? So that's really all it affects. But that does have a ripple effect on the entire ecosystem because Bitcoin miners are, have to adjust. They're not making as much in Bitcoin rewards as they were before, although we've seen, as I mentioned earlier, some of these fees that were much higher are going to compensate miners. And so we'll see, but there will be an adjustment, and this will affect the price, but not immediately, due to creating more Bitcoin scarcity, if there is such a thing as more scarcity. But I have a little article about the scarcity that will come about due to the halving, right? Let's see. This is kind of a lead up to it. This article was written a few days ago, so you might want to check it out. But it is a good analysis of, hey, do you really think that the Bitcoin halving is going to be a little different now that we've already hit an all-time high? So if you're interested and you want to learn more about how the halving affects the price of Bitcoin, you might want to check out this article. Also, some bullish signs. Michael Saylor will probably reveal a new Bitcoin buy next week, so that will probably bring some more positive news into market sentiment, right? So this is a decent article. Thank you, Kenny, for sending me this article. And also, Kathy Wood is going to create her own ETF, or an in-house ETF. She still needs to get approval for it, but she is currently investing in, her company or her funds are investing in spot Bitcoin ETFs, but they are not in-house right now. She is using ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, but the rumor is that she's going to create her own in-house ETF pending approval. So that's bullish news as well. Here's an article that's bullish about the halving. Most bullish setup for BTC price. Despite a pre-halving slump in ETF inflows, Bitcoin could resume its rally to new all-time highs as the next wave of institutional investors are preparing to gain exposure to BTC. Yeah, historically there's been a post-halving pullback. We may not see it this time. It's interesting, we had this pullback from 73 down to the mid 60s, and then we had this geopolitical pullback due to the tensions in the Middle East. We had a pullback when Iran bombed Israel, and then we had another slight pullback when Israel bombed Iran in retaliation for the retaliation or the tit for tat. So that pullback, which was largely due to geopolitical concerns, may have been what the Bitcoin market needed to sort of wash out the weak hands or whatever you want to call it. Maybe we've had that pullback now. So perhaps the post-halving pullback was pre-halving, right, due to these political considerations. Or we could have another pullback next week when some new tension erupts in the Middle East or in Ukraine or wherever. Or we have some sort of monetary scare in the U.S., due to, the out of control deficit or budget overruns or bank runs or whatever, right? So there's no telling what could happen. But it is interesting that we did have a pre-halving all-time high and a pre-halving pullback. So we'll see what happens. You might want to check out this article. This article is pretty bullish on the halving event, right, and where it's going to lead us. There are predictions of Bitcoin hitting, oh God, I don't know, 140,000 by the end of this year, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was in this article. Maybe it wasn't. Yeah. I saw a lot of predictions and read a lot of articles. I can't remember which one it was in. Let's go to this article. This is an article you might want to read if you're kind of new to the space and you're wondering what effect does the Bitcoin halving have on the price of Bitcoin. That's the big question, right? It didn't have really an immediate effect because it's just an event in a pre-written program. Bitcoin is designed to be deflationary by nature. There will only be 21 million Bitcoins created, although the Bitcoin program, the actual, it's written, I think most of it's written in C, it's on GitHub, but it doesn't really make that distinctions that we do as far as 1.5 Bitcoin, or everything in the Bitcoin core code is measured in Satoshis, which, if I'm not mistaken, are 100 thousandths of a Bitcoin or 100 million thousandths of a Bitcoin. I can't even say it. Anybody that knows, I bet you Dan knows how much a Satoshi is worth. But that's the way the core code looks at Satoshis only. So everything's measured in Satoshis. But yeah, humans think in terms of Bitcoin, right? 6.25 to 3.12. But this is a great article. It explains basically, I mean, we all intuitively know that when something is scarce, the price tends to go up, right? Supply and demand. If you got high demand and low supply, the price goes up. If you've got high supply and low demand, the price goes down. So we're looking at an asset like Bitcoin, where there is less of it being produced. And so this will create a scarcity, which, logically should make it, if everything else being equal, the market price should go up. So you might want to check out this article. Talks a little bit about its relation to other assets. Although I think in this article it mentions that that some people treat it as a safe haven asset, but when we had the scare of the explosions occurring in Iran midweek, Bitcoin did not behave like a a safe haven asset. It immediately dumped as soon as the news hit. It was only after it became clear that that the event was a bit of a nothing burger that the markets immediately rebounded. But if it had been the beginning of all-out war in the Middle East, then I would imagine that Bitcoin would not have bounced back so quickly. And so I'm only pointing that out because in that case, in a real world example, Bitcoin did not behave as a safe haven asset. It behaved as a risk asset and was quickly sold off. So you have to sort of take everything into consideration in that. Let's see. Bitcoin halving hype breaks week-long ETFs outflow streak. So we've talked about ETFs, exchange-traded funds. There are 10 approved Bitcoin exchange-traded funds out there now. And over the last several weeks, they have been recording net outflows. But due to the Bitcoin halving hype, they basically managed to end up with a net inflow, I think. Isn't that what it means, right? ETFs recorded positive inflows that overshadowed the GPTC outflows, bringing in a total of 30.4 million to the spot Bitcoin ETF market. Investments in the United States exchange-traded funds market recorded a net positive inflow right before the Bitcoin halving day, following 5 consecutive days of drain. Anticipating an increase in market value post-halving, investment strategies worldwide recommended adding Bitcoin to existing portfolios. The Bitcoin ETF market followed through with the strategy while putting an end to an outflow streak dating back to April 12th. These are the figures here. According to Bitcoin ETF ecosystem according to Farside data, there were 5 days of total outflows between April 12th and April 18th, owing to a lack of contribution from most players. The outflows are majorly attributed to the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF, which has been shedding investments since January's, when the Securities and Exchange Commission approved spot Bitcoin ETFs. However, on April 19th, 5 of the 10 approved ETFs recorded positive inflows that overshadowed GPTC outflows, bringing in a total of 30.4 million. I already said that in the summary. So that's it. Good. Okay. I needed a little help here, and Methusta 969 came in, and it is in fact 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. That's 1 Satoshi. So who's to know? I think Dan and I had talked about this, that someday, you might go to the grocery store and prices will be marked in Satoshis, like, a loaf of bread, 10 Satoshis, or, a steak, 10,000 Satoshis. Who knows? We'll see. That's pretty cool. All I can afford is a Satoshi. All right. Will Bitcoin go down this month? Well, that's kind of what we've been talking about for the last 20 minutes. So it's up. Nobody knows. I'd love to just give you an answer. Yeah, it's going to go up. It's going to go down. But you kind of have to take all of the factors into your brain and make an informed decision. But even doing all of that, there's no guarantee that whatever conclusion you or I come to, that it is going to go up or down. Yeah. I'd love to answer that question, but I don't have a crystal ball. Here we are. I want to thank everyone again for being here tonight. Let's take a look. It looks like everything is kind of in the green tonight. And let's, I don't know. Why don't we try this thing with the ledger? I don't see a whole bunch of burning questions right now. So, and I want to do, let's look at that Bitcoin transaction from last night. So last night we bought $50 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase and moved it into our own wallet. That's the transaction right here, 9:09 p.m. Maybe I waited a little too long. I didn't do it. Maybe I could have done it just before the halving, and maybe it would have been mined on that block. But I waited And so, but we can go view and explore, and it takes us over to Bitcoin Blockchain Explorer, and you can see that that transaction was included in this block of 840,007. So we didn't get our souvenir transaction on the halving block. Although I'm still not sure if the post-halving block is 840,001 or if the post-halving block is 840,000 even. I'm not sure. I thought that the last block before the halving was 840,000. It's like that's when once that block got mined, then the next block would be half reward from the previous block. I don't know. Yeah. So below average investors talking about runes. I don't understand how they work either, but there is a token, PUPS, and let's take a look at it here. PUPS is PUPS is an ordinal token, and as you can see, it's like it's a Bitcoin based token, and then there's also a PUPS rune version now, which isn't sold anywhere yet. I guess when you click on it, it just takes you to this. So, but basically, runes are like Ethereum tokens, like an ERC20 token on Bitcoin. Now, there were ordinals first, which are more like NFTs on Bitcoin. And then there were another developer came out with the BRC20 protocol. But the runes are a supposedly improved version of BRC20, right? So we had the guy that invented ordinals. Methuselah, thank you so much for that. The guy that invented the ordinals, who's Casey Rodamore, did not invent BRC20 tokens. Did I lose all this? Where was I? Someone else did BRC20 tokens. But Casey now has released the runes, which are sort of, they're very similar to BRC20 tokens, but different. I guess he's claiming they're improved or whatever, I don't know. But there are still a lot of BRC20 tokens out there that you can buy and invest in. And I guess you need to be on the right DEX and with the right wallet and all that stuff. After last night's halving, I kind of set my mind to trying to figure all this stuff out because I looked into it a little bit in early 2023, and it seemed a little overly complicated and ganky, and I thought, you know, maybe I'll just stick to what I know. But now I think I'm going to try and figure out what's going on here. It's controversial. Some people really don't agree that that the Bitcoin blockchain should be getting clogged up by stuff like this, because Bitcoin was invented as a pure cryptocurrency, right? It's not meant to be have smart contracts and ordinals and all this stuff. So some people don't agree that this stuff should be, you should be fooling around with the Bitcoin blockchain. But there's people on there buying and trading, and so no one can stop them, right? So yeah. And okay, so I showed you that. Okay, we got on the 840,007th block with our little thing we did last night. And let's see, I'm going to, well, let's go ahead and do this unboxing. What the heck? Let's see. I want to say runes, Dow's fees to go up. I understand fees are really high. Do you think they will reduce so small investor users can move their UTXOs again? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of up in the air. I know that the prediction is that this halving block was really popular. A lot of people were trying to get in on it. And so the hope is that this was kind of a one-off event and that Bitcoin fees will eventually get back down to a reasonable amount. Depending on when you transfer your Bitcoin, you saw last night I bought $50 worth of Bitcoin and it cost me $8 to withdraw from Coinbase to my own wallet. And most people, most normal people wouldn't accept something like that. If you went into a store or you went online to buy, a new shirt and, the credit card fee was 8%, you'd be like, I'm not going to use this credit card. I'll use my Visa that charges me, 1% or whatever. Actually, I think most of those percentage charges go to the merchant, but a merchant would not use Bitcoin because they're getting charged 8% every time they do a transaction. I'm sorry, $8 on 50, that's a lot higher than 8%. Pardon me, I'm not thinking clearly here. So on a $50 transaction, we got charged $8 blockchain fee. That's almost a third, right? I guess. I can't think straight. It's too high, right? But I did it anyway. Hopefully, but if you do your Bitcoin withdrawals on off-peak hours, they are not quite that high. So yeah, it's a real issue in the space. Bobby, thank you so much. Glad to see you again. Sorry you had to go. Look forward to seeing you again. And thank you so much for your generous contribution. I always appreciate you, Bobby. Thank you. I'm sorry if you already went over this, but what do you think the next narrative will be? Memes, gamer, coins, what do you think about swaps? I don't really do the market analysis and market predictions that much. I really am not really qualified to make those kind of predictions. At the current time, it looks like meme coins are kind of the thing. And these ordinals and these runes, is that what they are? Runes? It's like, geez. Yeah, these things, these rune protocols seem to be hot right now, but you have to be pretty technically advanced to even, I mean, I still can't do it. And I've been around this space for a long time, but as I said, I was lax to not really get into this. I think as far as the normal investor goes, that meme coins still are king. And, you can get a meme coin on an exchange. Asil, thank you for that donation. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. So, yeah, I guess for right now, meme coins are it. But I will say this about meme coins and all of the, hot stuff. You're talking about, what's hot now? Game coins, meme coins, swaps, all this stuff. What's hot? All of that stuff is very speculative, and those speculative coins need fertile ground to grow and to thrive. And that fertile ground is a positive cryptocurrency market. So if you're investing in meme coins, great, but you shouldn't be invest in them. They'll probably do well for you in a good bull market, like over the last few months of this year. But when we see general pullbacks, as we saw over the last couple weeks, when Bitcoin pulled back from 73 back down to the mid 60s, meme coins got destroyed. So you have to realize if you're going to invest in these hot sectors, that are largely speculative, especially meme coins, because they really have no functionality, underlying value besides just being neat, right? And making people money and kind of attracting people to the space. But those types of coins get just devastated on pullbacks. And it's bad enough to hold Bitcoin and Ethereum in top cryptocurrencies when we get these pullbacks, because your portfolio just gets wrecked. But as long as you're not leveraged, you can just hang on for dear life if you've got Bitcoin and Ethereum and whatever. But if you're like investing short term in meme coins, you really have to keep an eye on what's going on in the market, because you can just get wiped out by a market pullback. And there's no telling how long it could last, right? We had a pullback in 2021 and 2022 that lasted, a year or 2 years. So, and a lot of, if you're in short-term investing, then you don't have 2 years. You're dumping money in that your play money, and some people are mortgaging houses or getting loans or whatever. Don't do that kind of stuff with these hot sector, like, for example, meme coins, because you're just going to get devastated when the market pulls back. And the market can pull back without warning. So I'm not a financial advisor, but I've experienced this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's great. What's hot? Get into it if you're, you have, you've got a high risk tolerance. But generally, that's the difference between a trader and an investor, right? Even most normal people, mainstream people, would not consider cryptocurrencies investments, because they're so new and they don't understand them. But those of us who believe in cryptocurrencies, that buy Bitcoin and hold on to it long term, we are investors. And that might be a little better strategy than looking for the next hot meme coin, right? Nothing wrong with hot meme coins, hot sectors. There's money to be made, but you have to always watch out for market pullbacks. They will just wipe you out. And so let's open this thing. Let's do it. Let's go over here. I wanted to apologize last night when I went over here. This particular webcam, let me show you this thing. So this webcam right here that points down, it has, all of these webcams have microphones, and they generally, in my software over here that I use, they are by default muted. The mics, like the webcam, the video works, but the built-in microphone is usually muted. But I was troubleshooting that webcam before the stream, and I had to sort of plug it and unplug it to get it to work. And then during the live stream last night, when I went over to the table demo, the mic on this little webcam here was active, and you guys were getting like echoed out. Sorry about that. Before I get into the ledger here, I got some swag from Elipal, which I think is pretty cool. Elipal sent me this little USB adapter, which I think is pretty cool. Elipal is a cryptocurrency hardware wallet company. At least I think it was Elipal. Yeah, here. Yeah. So, Elipal sent me this swag. This is really cool. I'm going to give it to my son, but I wanted to sort of feature it a little bit. This is some D&D dice, or some gaming dice. Pretty cool. It's got the Elipal colors. Nice stuff. And I just wanted to point out that, people are always asking me, or, what hardware wallet should I buy? Or there's people accusing me of, getting paid by these people. And I don't get paid to promote any of these wallets. They do ask me to make people aware of stuff when they're having sales, and they do send me demos with the expectation that I will do a setup video for them. That's usually the deal is they give me a free wallet, I do a demo. And if I have an affiliate link in my setup video and you buy one of these wallets, I do get paid a commission, but I am not getting paid by these people to shill their wallets. That's not who I am. So I just wanted to let you know that. Someone accused me last night of, oh, are they paying you? I think they were accusing me of being on Ledger's payroll for talking about their wallets in a positive light. But anyway, they gave me this little phone stand, which is pretty cool. So just wanted to highlight that. They're pretty cool people over there. Also Ledger too, I asked her, she said, my rep contacted me and said they were doing their Bitcoin halving event where you could get Bitcoin when you purchased one of their hardware wallets. That, of course, is over. It only lasted 7 days. And I promoted that event. I did a little YouTube short. But she asked me, is there anything you need? And I was like, yeah, send me some swag, man. Send me some, whatever you got. I said, I would really love to have one of these Bitcoin orange cryptocurrency wallets. And so she sent me a couple. Let me get that. This is the Ledger Nano S Plus. This particular cryptocurrency hardware wallet, I think, would be my number one recommendation for someone that wants a good, flexible, powerful, easy-to-use wallet at a decent price. This wallet is only $79. Now, the Ledger Nano X is a higher-end wallet with a higher price tag. It costs $150. And it has Bluetooth and mobile functionality. But not everybody needs that, right? Most people use cryptocurrency at home in the privacy of their own home in front of their computer. And so this particular wallet is ideal for that situation, has the exact same amount of app storage as its, higher end cousin and the same size screen. So it's really an awesome go-to wallet. Ledger is the number one cryptocurrency hardware wallet out there, has the most industry support, and is just powerful and flexible. Supports a lot of coins natively, or I don't mean, when I say natively, I just mean within the Ledger Live interface. And while we're on the subject, someone had asked me to do a demo on Ethereum staking. I'll just open this up and then I'll go over to the Ethereum staking. So I like this thing. It's got it's Bitcoin orange, and it's got the little Bitcoin logo on there. I don't think I'll go through with the full setup. I was planning on doing that, but I probably won't. It's a little tedious and time consuming. You do get recovery sheets here, but you can use your own piece of paper for your recovery sheet, or like a metal medium if you want. So this is where you would write down your seed phrase. The hardware wallet has an integrity check, right? So there is no chance of your wallet being hacked or altered in the supply chain. A lot of people worry about that. It's really just not something that is a major risk. There's a remote possibility of that happening, but even if it were to happen, the device would fail the integrity check and you would know, right? So it's not a thing. People are always suspicious of the device. So if it's been altered, this backdoored and hacked and all that stuff. really, the device works very well. It has for years. What you really should be worried about is your own security protocols, managing your backup phrase, and being very careful not to reveal it, because that is how 99% of people get their hardware wallets hacked, is by revealing their backup phrase. Let's go ahead and we'll go back over here to, whoops, sorry. Let's go back over here. I wanted to quickly get to the discussion, because someone had asked me earlier, and I promised that I was going to do this, so I don't want to get too far. Now, there's not a lot of Ethereum in this Ethereum wallet right now. So when we're dealing with Ledger Live, we have a device, and I don't think I have the right device attached at the moment. No, I don't. Let me switch out this configuration. So Ledger Live is based on the public information of your device. When you set it up and when you create accounts, they are reflected in your Ledger Live software. But you can also, and it creates a folder on your hard drive that has all of your wallet information. None of this is the private information. None of this is the information that if a hacker were to gain access to my computer, there's no way they could suck the crypto out of my device, right? Or my computer. Let's go back here. So if we go to my C drive and then we go into the users folder, there is a folder named for the Microsoft account that I use, which is REXK99. Inside that folder is a bunch of other folders, and the important one is app data, which is hidden by default. So you would need to reveal the hidden items. But once you get into app data and inside roaming, that is where Ledger Live stores the preferences for your wallets. And as you can see, I have set up several instances of Ledger Live, and I can sort of swap them in and out, right? So right now, the current preferences folder is for my son's device. And so now that I'm not running Ledger Live, I can rename this folder so that I remember that that's Alex's configuration. And then we'll go back over here to my configuration, and I will simply take my name off it and put it back to Ledger Live. When we launch Ledger Live, the first thing it does is look for this folder in your app data roaming folder. If it finds the Ledger Live folder, then it will use that as its preferences. And so when we relaunch Ledger Live, we've switched configurations now. This way we can manage multiple devices on the same computer and kind of keep them separate. So because I have this device attached right now, I kind of wanted to, even though I'm probably not going to go through with any of these operations all the way through. But if we go into our Ethereum folder or account, then we have access to Ethereum functionality, right? And remember, a lot of people call this the wallet. This is just a part of the wallet. This is the private key component of the wallet. This is the keychain of the wallet. Ledger Live can be considered a wallet, right? A wallet. But logically, each account in Ledger Live can also be considered a wallet, right? So we've got a bunch of wallets within a wallet. So that term wallet is very flexible when it comes to cryptocurrency, right? So let's go into our Ethereum wallet. You can see the balance of Ethereum in this wallet. You can see the NFTs in that Ethereum wallet. And you can see the ERC20 tokens that I have in this wallet, which is a shade of its former self. I had At one point, there was quite a lot of ERC20 tokens in here. But right now, it's just kind of a placeholder. But there is a small balance. So if you want to stake your Ethereum within Ledger Live, inside this wallet, there's a stake button, right? So all you have to do is go to the stake button, and they give you several options for staking your Ethereum. Now, you can natively stake your Ethereum. But in order to do native Ethereum staking, you must have at least 32 Ethereum. And that's a little bit of a barrier for most people. So there are a lot of alternate methods for staking smaller amounts of Ethereum that rely on some kind of service, right? They used to only have Lido. Now they have Kiln. And they've added a couple more here, this Stater and this Figment. So it looks like if you've got more than 32 Ethereum, you might want to use either Figment or Kiln, right? Now, I don't really know the advantages and disadvantages between these two, right? But I can say if you have less than 32 ETH, then you'll need to use one of these three, right? I have used Lido before. Lido's been around a while. It basically launches a third-party app from inside your Ledger Live, and you can, it connects to your Ethereum wallet, and you can max it out, or you can use part of it, however you want to do it, and it will wrap your Ethereum and issue what's called it's kind of a placeholder token called STETH, or staked Ethereum. And you just hang on to that, and you'll earn staking rewards over time by doing that. You can also sell your STETH. The only thing is that once you sell your STETH, you will no longer be entitled to the staking rewards, right? Whoever you sell it to will be able to collect the staking rewards when they convert it back to regular Ethereum. I know it's kind of weird. So it's not that difficult to stake Ethereum in Ledger Live, right? Let's go back here. Let's try Kiln. It's basically very similar, right? Oh, okay, but not in the U.S., right? So Kiln is a no-go for a U.S. user for pooled staking. Don't know why, but it's blocked. I think if you used their native staking, like if you had 32, they probably let you do that in the U.S., I would think. If you had, yeah. So you could do native staking. What I mean, the staking that is built into the Ethereum blockchain. But in order to do that, you need to have at least 32 ETH. So a bit prohibitive for most people. I know a lot of people hear, oh, you should stake your ETH. I get that, right? You're like, well, how do I do it? Show me. How do I do it? You know, sign me up. I want to earn return on my Ethereum. Sign me up. But they don't realize that you need 32 ETH to do this, right? That's quite an investment in this protocol, 32 ETH. But you can do it with less than 32 ETH by using one of these third-party providers where, they take a chunk or whatever, Let's try this Stater Labs, another one here, right? You just, it connects to your Ethereum wallet if you have more than one. Well, I'm in the Ethereum wallet. So, I mean, if I had more than one Ethereum wallet, I could go over to the other Ethereum wallet and choose stake. And it would basically, connect to that other. Oh, it just, okay. Yeah, it reconnected to the same one. So, I don't know. I don't know how you would switch. Should be able to. But yeah, it looks like they issue something called ETH-X, which is their version of ST-ETH. It's just kind of a workaround to the fact that you don't have 32 ETH. If you had 32 ETH, you could just do straight ETH staking, and they give you, a little interface for doing that. But if you have less than 32 ETH, then you're basically joining a staking pool. There are other people out there that are doing Ethereum staking, and you're getting you guys are doing it cooperatively, so that somebody, the protocol will have the 32 ETH to put in natively. You're just kind of going along for the ride. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do is you go into your Ethereum wallet and you hit the stake button and, choose your poison. And check it out. My advice, if you're going to do staking, depending on how much Ethereum you have, don't stake at all. Leave a little bit, leave some liquidity in your wallet. I don't know that it's that big of an issue with in Ledger Live with these third-party staking, but I have been on some other protocols. I can't remember the Harmony token. If you stake all of your Harmony, and you don't leave any in the wallet, then you can't unstake it, because the operation of unstaking requires that you pay a fee in Harmony. And if you have all of your Harmony in your wallet staked, then you have nothing left to pay your unstaking fees. And so it's kind of frustrating that, you're like, oh, okay, I'm staking this Harmony, I think I want to unstake. And then all of a sudden you get, the buttons won't let you do it. You're like, why can't I unstake? And it's because you didn't leave any in the wallet. So I would, any staking that you're doing, depending on whether it's Cardano, Cosmos, Atom, Ethereum, whatever it is, don't stake all of the Ethereum or Cardano or Cosmos in the wallet. Leave a little bit unstaked tokens in the wallet for fees. Just good best practice. Yeah, Bitcoin fees are super high right now. That's right. Yeah, so that's why there are alternate chains out there. Bitcoin is the granddaddy. We're all about Bitcoin here. I think it's a great investment, although I'm not an investment advisor. But you should, if you believe in Bitcoin, you should also believe in the ecosystem, the protocols, cryptocurrency, based on cryptography. There are other cryptos out there. Now, some people will use that as an argument against Bitcoin. They'll say Bitcoin's based on nothing, Bitcoin's worthless, Bitcoin's a big Ponzi scheme, and because it's only used by criminals. But a lot of times they'll throw in, anybody can create another coin. So that means Bitcoin's worthless, because any old dude can go out and create his own coin, so it waters down the value of the other cryptos. That's, in a way, that has some validity, but Joe Schmo that goes out and creates his Bitcoin clone is not going to really make a dent in Bitcoin itself, right? No one is dumb enough to buy a Bitcoin clone, right? But there are other coins, Ethereum being number 2, which have their own functionality and their own use case as opposed to Bitcoin. And Ethereum has a lot of competitors. Ethereum has high fees, and so there are competitors to Ethereum, like Polygon and Avalanche. And then there's another standalone coin called Solana, which is very similar to Ethereum, that has tokens and smart contracts and all that stuff. And all of those bring value to the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So, yes, that maybe you could say that people that are interested in cryptocurrency, there's a little bit of a water down because yes, there are other coins, and yes, anyone can create another coin, but not just anybody can create a viable coin, right? It takes a serious team to create a viable coin and to maintain that viable coin. And so I just kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. Let's do some of the, I wanted to demonstrate how we can work with some of these alternate coins. For example, I talked about Rune. I don't know a lot about Rune. As you can see there is an interface here at runealpha.xyz where you can connect a Bitcoin wallet and do some operations. But I'm not that familiar with this, right? And I really wouldn't know much about the marketplace or the right tokens to buy or anything. It just debuted yesterday. But I do have some more experience with some of the other protocols. For example, Solana, right? And you guys have heard me talk about these third-party wallets many times. I always connect my ledger device to increase the security of these wallets, right? You can create a standalone Solflare wallet if you want to, but it's much more secure when you attach your ledger device, and the ledger device manages the private key of this wallet. Let's bring this to one of the browser tabs so you can see it better. So within the Solflare wallet, I can manage Solana tokens, but then I can also manage other Solana tokens from within this interface. This is much more powerful and flexible than the tools I have within Ledger Live for dealing with Solana. As you can see, I have this Solana wallet is identical to this Solana wallet. The same amount of Solana is 0.55 is here, right? This is the exact same wallet. This is the public facing side of the private key being managed on this device. So when I connect my device and manage Solana in Ledger Live, my tools are limited, right? I can stake Solana here. I can swap. Oh, well, that's the Ledger swap, which is not a native Solana swapping. This just means I can swap Solana, and I don't even have enough to do it. So it's not a real Solana swap. So I can't swap Solana tokens. It doesn't even see my Solana tokens, right? If we go over to Solflare, you can see that I have some US dollar coin. About $600 worth of US dollar coin in here. And it doesn't even show up in Ledger Live. That's pretty lame if you ask me. So not only can I not see my tokens, but I can't trade tokens either, not Solana tokens in a decentralized fashion. And so it's much better to use the Solflare wallet with my Ledger device to manage my Solana balance and my Solana tokens. I can even look at collectibles too, my Solana chain. Now, I did want to bring this up because I believe Paul had sent me an email earlier in the week. He had seen some scam NFTs in his Solana wallet and was concerned. I think I don't know why I'm not seeing them. Yeah, I know they were on this. I don't know if I've managed to hide them. Huh. Okay. Anywho. Yeah, I'll have to play around with that. Oh, block list? No. Oh, wait. I think I know what we're doing here. Okay, there it is. Unverified NFTs. Okay. These are just NFTs that have come into the wallet unsolicited, and they're not really verified on any of the major exchanges. And these are the kind of things that you shouldn't just mess around with them. They are scams, but they are not going to hurt you in any way. They cannot drain your wallet. They are not a threat to you in any way or form, unless, of course, you start poking around and going to these websites thinking you're going to claim these tokens, because these are scams, right? So, but having them in your wallet is not going to hurt you. Just ignore them. They can't do anything to your wallet. There's no way to block them, right? They're like junk mail. There's really, I don't know why it, I think I could, yeah, I guess they were hidden, sort of hidden before. Oh, okay. Well, at the top level, they just show up in one group of unverified. I don't know about this one. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, if you want to look at them, you can. And I know I bought this one. It's just unverified. It's not worth anything really. But these that say, oh, you need to do a claim, where they're going to tell you to go to this website to claim your airdrop, that's where they get you. When you go to that malicious website, that's where you're going to get your wallet drained. That's where you're going to get scammed. But just having it in your wallet is not a threat, right? Safely ignore, right? They can't hurt you. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to cover that. So what's cool about this wallet is that it's protected by my ledger, so it's secure. And I can swap and trade and get in on some of these hot sectors that we talked about earlier. Someone was asking me, well, what's the latest sector? Is it meme coins? Is it gaming coins? Whatever. In fact, if you're interested in that kind of thing, CoinGecko is a great resource. And you'll notice here, when we go to the CoinGecko website, that they will show you the top cryptos by market cap. And then along the top here, they have these little flames here. These are the hot sectors. So if you're into hot sectors, like family members you can't get rid of. That's pretty good, Scott. Like, for example, okay, look, cat themed coins are hot right now, right? So, geez, how do I get a hold of one of these hot cat themed coins? Right? There's a bunch of them here. So, for example, let's look at the top one, right? We go to Cat in a Dog's World, and where can I get this coin? What kind of coin is it? Well, this particular one is, if you look down here where it says contract, you can see that it's only available on one chain, the Solana chain. That's the Solana icon right there. And so if you're interested in this coin, then Solflare Wallet is a good place to get it. Now, you can trade right within Solflare Wallet. And it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. Sometimes you might have issues with transactions failing. A couple weeks back, there was a lot of failed transactions on the Solana blockchain. But in general, the Solflare wallet has pretty good trading interface. You might need to use one of the dedicated dexes for Solana like Jupiter. Yeah, or Radium. There's more than one way to skin a cat, but it's really easy to do from right within Solflare too. Now remember, we grab the contract address of this coin, so we know that we're getting the real thing and not a cheap copy. There are a lot of cheap copies out there. Let's go in to the trade section, and we've got, let's use our US dollar coin, right? Let's put the US dollar coin on the top so that we can use this for payment. And down at the bottom, we'll click this and we'll search for our token by its contract address. That way we're not getting like some crazy copy of MEW. So I'll paste in that contract address, and the legitimate MEW coin comes right up, right? Click there. Now I can buy a little bit of this coin. Let's say, let's buy $100 worth, or 100 US dollar coins worth. And because I have my Ledger device connected to this, we're going to use the Ledger to authorize the transaction. My camera's going haywire over here. All right. Let's turn it just, doggone it. It's not the camera, it's this crazy little monkey thing I've got. Let's see, now I've messed it up, haven't I? This may or may not work. Is it the Canon Rebel? Is that what I want? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yay, it worked. I like to be able to show you what I'm doing here. First of all, before we do anything, we need to be in the Solana app. So on your device, when you're at the home screen and you have connected your device and you've entered your PIN, you need to navigate on top of the Solana app and then click both buttons and be in the app if you want to do any swaps and trades. All right, so we've got our little trade lined up here. Let's hit swap. It asks me to authorize on the device. It says unrecognized format because I have blind signing enabled. In order to do this, you must enable blind signing. We've been through that before. Let's see if this goes through. It may or may not, right? It's kind of busy right now. It did go through. So now when we go to portfolio, you can see that I've got $100 worth of Cat in a Dog's World, or MEW, right? So that's one chain where fees are really cheap. Transfer fees are cheap. Trading fees are cheap. So all of you that are bemoaning Bitcoin fees and Ethereum fees, there are alternatives, right? And a long-term Bitcoin holder is not going to be too concerned. Even last night when I bought $50 worth of Bitcoin, or I think I bought like $67 worth of Bitcoin, whatever it was. And then when I went to transfer it, it was an $8 fee. That's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about an $8 fee 3 years later when Bitcoin has done, you know, a 2x or a 3x or a 10x. I'm not going to worry too much. Now you could agonize over, oh, that $8 fee would have also be 100x, and so really it's like 800. But if you're going to live in the past like that and agonize over every little fee, maybe you're not cut out for cryptocurrency investing, right? I guess. It's a fact of life, right? And don't think of it in terms of percentages. It's a blockchain fee. It is a community. It's a way the community puts in to the ecosystem so that the system will exist, right? We're talking centralized systems like banks exist to make money, and they charge you fees, and you know, because they're in control. The Bitcoin blockchain ecosystem is a community effort that has incentives built in. So because it's free for the community to use and open source, there are people out there that are willing to process transactions, but they expect some kind of reward. That's what blockchain fees are. You are contributing, it's like you're tipping the guy that's, keeping the system up and running, in a sense. Or if you want to think about it as paying them, that's fine too. But that's what Bitcoin blockchain fees are all about. That's what blockchain fees for any crypto are about, right? You're putting back into the system. You're paying for the privilege to take advantage of the system. Let's look at a different system. Let's look at the base blockchain. I'm going to turn this off here momentarily. The base blockchain is an EVM chain. Cats in a dog's world is pumping. Hey, cool. So let's look at the base blockchain. Let's see if we go back to the top here and it says base meme coins, right? That's another hot sector, right? So let's go to base meme coins. And these are the hot base meme coins right now. So how do we get our hands on these? Let's look at this one, Degen, right? This one's number 2. Now, I guess that's a meme coin. Now we could get speculative and like go down the list here and get one that's like, a low market cap. Doesn't even show its market cap here, but that's pretty speculative if we don't know anything about this. And it's kind of like we don't really know, or let's say I don't really know that much about any of these either, but I can see that they're, they have activity, that they have pretty decent market cap, and, they're pretty high in the hot sector, right? So let's go ahead and focus on this Degen for the heck of it. And, well, let's do Normie. Normie's down, right? What the hell? We'll do Normie. All right, so we'll click on this to take us in, and then we'll go down to contract address. And so we see, okay, this is a base network coin, right? That's the base icon right there. And that's its contract address. So how do we use the base network? Well, I have found that the Rabby wallet is really good at dealing with base. So the Rabby wallet is also connected to my Ledger device. My Ledger device is connected to the Rabby wallet. So the private key of this wallet is being managed by my Ledger device. And so all of these little networks up here are detected by the Rabby wallet. And it sees, okay, I can see that you've got some base tokens and some Ethereum tokens and some Polygon tokens, and Rabby wallet detects them and keeps them separate. That's what I like about Rabby wallet. I don't have to manually add the networks. All right, and as you can see, I've got some US dollar coin sitting here waiting, but let's take that a step further. Let's say I've just set this wallet up and I want to fund the wallet. So let's go over to Coinbase. And let's take a look at my portfolio. And you can see there that I've got some US dollar coin in my Coinbase account. And Coinbase will pay you a percentage just for leaving your US dollar coin on Coinbase. So I don't recommend storing your cryptocurrency long-term on an exchange. But if you want to, hodl some stable coin, and you just want to keep it handy, Coinbase is a pretty decent place to store it because they will pay you they'll give you a return on storing your stable coin on there. And also, US dollar coin is very flexible when you use it in Coinbase, because Coinbase will allow you to deposit and withdraw on the different chains, which is pretty cool, right? So let's say I want to fund that Rabby wallet on the Base network so I can buy one of those hot meme coins. So let's go back to Rabby. Let's grab that address. It's right here. And I can hit this little icon to copy the address into my clipboard. And let's go here to Coinbase. I'm going to click right on where it says USDC, because that takes me to the wallet, the account in Coinbase. Now, we can refer to this as a wallet, but it really is more of an account because it's on Coinbase, right? This is legally, they acknowledge that this is my account and this is my US dollar coin, and I should be able to do with it whatever I want, right? But if Coinbase goes down, or Coinbase goes bankrupt, or I get locked out of my account because I forget my password, it will become crystal clear that this is not my coin, that it is their coin. They're just kind of holding it on my behalf, right? So that's what happened with FTX and Celsius. People had their stuff deposited, and then the exchanges went belly up and people lost their crypto. So really, I recommend holding crypto in your own wallet. But you got to get it somewhere, right? How are we going to do it? So I have my US dollar coin on Coinbase, and it's really easy to purchase on Coinbase. You can buy it outright, or you can deposit your US dollar in your account by ACH, or you can wire money in, and then you don't have to pay anything to convert it to US dollar coin. Let's just go ahead and send $100 worth of US dollar coin into my Rabby wallet. So there it is. There's the available amount. I'll hit the to field. Now here's where we specify the network, right? Should we pay $1.75 to put it in my Ethereum wallet? Well, maybe if I wanted to trade on Uniswap using the Ethereum network and buy some Ethereum tokens, maybe. But we want to do Base. And look at this. Coinbase will let me move this US dollar coin from my Coinbase account to my own self-custodial wallet for free, right? So I can choose the Base network as the network I want to transfer. And I'll go ahead and click this. And now I'll just paste in the address of my wallet, which I've done before. Coinbase recognizes this as a address I use quite often because it's my ledger address. I've been using it for years. And we'll go ahead and do that preview and just make sure everything is in order here. There's an overview. Going to be a free transfer. We'll hit send now, and I'll need my two-factor. And off it goes. All right, and it might take a few minutes. I don't know how busy it is tonight. There it goes. Okay, it hit the wallet really fast. Right, and if we go up here and we click, you can see that we have a higher US dollar coin balance than we did before, right? Before it was $3.97, now it's $4.97. So we were able to, if you drop money into your Coinbase account, the transfer in is free, doesn't cost you anything. Coinbase doesn't charge you anything. My bank doesn't charge me anything. Chase doesn't. Maybe your bank does, I'm not sure. So free to transfer money from my bank to my Coinbase account. Free to convert my US dollars to US dollar coin stablecoin. And it's also free to withdraw US dollar coin on the base network to my own wallet, where now I have access to these trading tools where I can trade stable coins for meme coins, right? That's what we want to do. Now, it's interesting that we can, there is a swap feature within Rabby Wallet that, and then we choose our network here. We'll choose base. And instead of ETH, we're going to use our dollar coin. And we can use this interface in RabbyCoin to do our swaps and trades, but I haven't found it to be very stable. That's not the right. We want this thing, right? Normie, right? Let's copy. I replaced it when I was doing something else. Let's go back. Let's line that thing up again, right? Base network, US dollar coin. And then I'm going to search by contract address one more time. Make sure I get the right coin. Normie's up. Now, and I could put in an amount here and I get quotes, right? And it has several different decentralized exchanges where I could make this swap. But I have found that using Rabby Wallet is a little bit inconsistent. During times of high activity, sometimes the trades don't go through. I have found that Uniswap is much more reliable, at least for me. Now, we could do this. We could try it and see if it goes through. It may or may not go through. But let's, just for the heck of it, let's do it. I'm going to turn on the camera one more time here so you can see what's going on. All right. I need to get out of Solana and I need to get into the Ethereum app because Rabby Wallet works on the Ethereum chain, or what's called the EVM chain, the Ethereum virtual machine. So the Ethereum virtual machine hosts a lot of secondary cryptocurrency, layer 2, I guess they call them. I don't want to throw out the wrong term there, but we need to be in the Ethereum app for this. So, okay, I need to refresh the quote. Let's see. Okay, now apparently 1 inch is our best deal. So we'll go ahead and line this up. I've got to approve the use of my US dollar coin for trading. We do that first. Asks us to review and accept and send. All right, now it wants me to sign the transaction. All right. This is approving. I think I'm pretty sure I'm still. Oh wait, that was the trade, I guess. Or maybe I need to do this twice. Let's see what happens. Do we have the normie? No, I don't. So this is what I'm talking about. Maybe what I need is to do it one more time. See, now it looks weird. Oh, I did a send, pardon me. Let's try this one more time. Now that we've approved the use of US dollar coin, maybe it'll work. If I use 1 inch again, let's try. All right, now I should get this swap done, right? Going to cost me 4 cents. Let's review. Yeah, I think we tried this and then it failed, right? Without much indication of what happened, right? And the only thing I lost there was my gas fee, which was like 4 cents, if it didn't go through. So yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about. It doesn't, the trades don't always go through. Or did it? It went down to 397. Okay, there, that one, it went through that time. So it's a little confusing, right? So what I was going to mention that is if you go to Uniswap, Uniswap will allow you to trade on a host of different networks now. It used to be like Ethereum only, but now you can trade on Optimism, you can trade on Base, you can trade on Avalanche. So so if we go to Base, we have access to the exact same wallet. It's connected. We're still using Rabby, and we have access to our US dollar coin. Let's buy one more other coin, right? Let's go to, what else can we buy? Let's buy some of this degen, right? Let's buy $50 worth of degen. I can see that that has a high market cap, right? Even though it is a meme coin, right? And we'll copy that contract address into our clipboard so we know we're getting the right one. We'll go over here to Uniswap, which is connected to my Ledger device via the Rabby wallet. Let's put in 50. And then when we select token, we'll paste in that contract address. So we're getting the right coin, right? Degen, right? And we'll go ahead and hit swap. Thank you, Amanda, for that subscription. I appreciate that. Let's hit swap. And there's the overview. We'll confirm it. And see, we're still using Rabby. Rabby pulls up. I've already authorized US dollar coin within this. So all I have to do is approve the swap. And we go over here, hit both buttons. And this one says swap submitted, swap success. So it's clearer to me, right? And like I said, I have found Uniswap to be much more reliable so that it doesn't like drop trades without me knowing what the heck just happened. The only way I could figure out that that trade didn't go through that first time in Rabby was like I had to go check my balance and what the heck happened, right? Or maybe that was just the authorization of US dollar coin, but it didn't like take me to the swap, which is what I had intended from the beginning. So I find Uniswap to be a little more reliable to use and flexible too, because you can trade on Avalanche, you can trade on Base. It's pretty cool. All right, I want to get caught up on questions. I'm going to turn this camera off here. Once again, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I appreciate. My USD says 5%. Oh, interesting. Maybe you are, do you have one of those subscriptions? Because I know that there are people that have like a subscription to like Coinbase Advanced or whatever. It's like a $30 a month thing. And maybe in that you get paid higher percentage. Maybe it has to do with your balance. I don't know. I don't know why I'm only getting 1.5, right? Not really. I don't usually leave much stable coin on here anyway, so it's like I'm not that concerned about it. But if you're getting 5%, great. I'm glad. Not for wire transfer. Let's see here. Let's try, let's hit deposit and let's say add cash. And I can do a wire transfer. Right? They give me all this information that I need to do a wire transfer. I don't know that you could, let's see what happens when we do a, withdraw. Do they give me the wire transfer? Yeah, I could add a wire transfer outgoing, and then I would need to put in all my bank information for the wire transfer. It's my understanding that if you're going to withdraw large amounts, that it's probably better to do the wire transfer, because I think the ACH transfers, like if I were to try to withdraw $25,000 to my bank, maybe Coinbase would let me do it, ACH, or not, right? Maybe my bank wouldn't accept such a large ACH transfer. But if I wanted to deposit $25,000 from my bank account, I don't believe I could do the ACH. I think there are limits on that ACH from at least my bank, if I'm not mistaken. But if I could easily do a $25,000 wire transfer from my bank to Coinbase. So I think that the wire transfer traditionally works better for large amounts, right? But you really should know what you're doing, right? It's a lot of money. Just saying. Oh, Chase. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Chase charges $25 for wire transfer, and Coinbase charges, I can't see it. It's below my thing. Oh, I see what you're saying. You get charged for those. Oh, you get $10 for to receive. Yeah. But I guess that's the privilege of being able to transfer huge amounts. Like I remember back in 2020, I was gifted a nice little chunk of money by a family member, and I was pretty happy. And then I discovered that there were, like, my bank, the ATM limits, the ACH limits. I wanted to like dump it all into crypto, but I couldn't. And I think now maybe if I'd used wire transfers, I could have got it into Coinbase quicker. But banks have weird rules. And so I think the reason they charge for wire transfers is because, it's for the big boys, right? But thanks for pointing that out, Elite Mark. I did not know that. Malware drained my Phantom wallet. I use Tails nowadays from my flash drive. Oh, Tails OS from my flash drive. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that you had some malware drain your Phantom wallet. Really sorry to hear that. Veracity. Anybody? It's taking so long to take off. Don't know about that one. That was a while back, right? You can just ignore mean family members. That's the one, the Mu token I sold at the top for 430, but got it for free in my wallet. Pretty cool. Yes, as a matter of fact, that MEW was airdropped to the Solana community. Some of it came into my son's wallet. I don't think I got any. Maybe I did a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see. I guess that's all the questions. And here I am kind of stuck for something else to do. Let's see. Is there anything in my little agenda that I haven't hit yet? Oops. Let's go back here. Staking Ethereum. Okay, we covered that. Hardware wallet events. Oh yeah, let me just quickly talk about the different events. Keystone is having a Bitcoin halving event. It's like a sale. So, and they also have this lucky draw thing. So if you're interested in a Keystone wallet, it's a pretty decent time to check into a Keystone wallet during the halving event. Juan is asking me if Ledger is safe for only BTC. I believe Ledger is safe for whatever I want to use it for. If all you want to store in a Ledger is Bitcoin, then it's perfectly safe to use for Bitcoin. My opinion is it's safe to use for every cryptocurrency that it supports. All this stuff about backdoors and Ledger stealing your private keys and all that stuff is just FUD. It wouldn't be much of a wallet if they were a bunch of thieves, right? What kind of company steals money from their customers. They wouldn't be in business very long. And there are no documented cases of wallets being mysteriously emptied by Ledger, oh yeah, the Ledger CEO was just arrested for theft today because, Bitcoin is transparent and he stole a bunch of Bitcoin from wallets that he sold. I mean, the whole concept is ludicrous, but people want to, I don't trust Ledger. So there's all this FUD, Ledger, you can't trust them. What do you mean you can't trust them? It's their wallets are tested by third party, organizations for functionality, right? They get tested. Do they do what they say they're going to do? Do they generate random private keys? All that kind of stuff. I mean, if you don't trust them to back up your private key to their cloud servers, then don't do that, right? But I have to tell you, the way that people are so easily manipulated to not trusting and to losing their private keys, they really need that service for people because, I don't know, normal people just don't feel like they can handle, writing down a 24-word phrase and keeping it safe and not accidentally revealing it to someone or knowing where they put it, that kind of stuff. Hey, oh, the events, sorry. So Keystone is having an event. Elapol is having an event. BTC they have a special BTC wallet. The Keystone and Elapol are both air-gapped solutions. A little difficult to use for a newcomer, but very good wallets. And what was the other one? Descent. Descent is having a sale on their for like 48 hours. So right now you can get their biometric wallet for $69. That's a steal. This is a great little wallet. And the biometric just means that you can program your fingerprint or thumbprint into the wallet so that it's easy to use. Makes it very convenient. Most of these wallets, like for example, Elapol, they don't have biometrics. So whenever you do a transaction, you have to punch in your password. You have to set a password for security. But every time you make a transaction, you've got to pull up their tiny little keyboard and punch in your password. And I find that very tedious. Secure, but tedious, right? So that's why I like the Descent wallet, because you just use your thumb or your finger. And no, if you lose your thumb or your finger, you will not lose your crypto. It will default back to that PIN code if you don't use your biometrics. The biometrics is just a convenience layer on top of an already secure system. Now, these are the 3 wallet manufacturers that contacted me to let me know that they were running specials during the Bitcoin halving event. I don't know that Tangem is doing anything special for the Bitcoin halving. Okay, buy 2 wallets and get free shipping till April 30th. I guess that's what they're doing for the Bitcoin halving event till the end of this month. So you got 10 days if you buy, and they're relatively inexpensive, right? For a 3-card set, you can get them for $63. It's $70 unless you use the CryptoDad code, right? So CryptoDad, all caps, and then hit that little arrow, and they'll apply a 10% discount for you. And I'm assuming that you can, even with my discount, you can still buy 2 of their wallet card sets and get free shipping. So not bad. right? The Bitcoin halving event is just bringing more exposure to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and we should be thinking more about self-custody, right? Self-custody is where it's at. I don't care what wallet you use, just use a wallet, right? If you're much better off using some kind of hardware-based wallet over a hot wallet, right? A hot wallet is like a wallet that is not being protected by a piece of hardware. So, like for example, Electrum Bitcoin wallet, it's a great wallet. It's free to use. It's open source, but it is desktop based. The wallet is relies on a private key that is stored on my computer. There is no hardware component of this wallet. So we call these hot wallets. And if you have a phone-based wallet, like for example, Trust Wallet, this wallet is a phone-based wallet. It's a great wallet, but it is a hot wallet because the private key for this wallet lives on my phone. It's exposed to the internet. So it's better than nothing, right? It's better than keeping your crypto on an exchange, which can have dire consequences in times of trouble, right? You can get cut off from your crypto. You can lose your crypto if a cryptocurrency exchange goes bankrupt, goes belly up, or the government asks them to seize your assets or whatever. You put your crypto at risk when you store it with third parties. So a step up from that would be self-custody on any kind of hot wallet that you can use for free. And then the next step would be some kind of hardware wallet, which is what I've been blabbing about all night. Tangem is a great wallet for a beginner. I highly recommend it if you're new to the space. Descent Wallet is a very inexpensive and secure device that employs biometrics to increase the convenience. If you're more into the air gap thing, then one of these super secure wallets would do you well. And if you want the best of both worlds, I hate to say it, but right in that sweet spot between super secure and ease of use falls Ledger, right? A very easy wallet to use, a very affordable wallet, and a very powerful wallet, and a very secure wallet. Right in the middle there on that sweet spot. And I harp about this. I talked about this last night. Everyone feels like I should get the most secure wallet out there, right? But the most secure wallet out there is not right for everyone, right? You have to realistically evaluate your risk profile. If you get the most secure hardware wallet out there, your risk of losing your crypto because you've done something wrong, or you can't figure out what you did, or you are not technically able to use the wallet, you've lost access to your crypto. So there's a risk assessment on your abilities and the security of the wallet, right? So you can get the super secure wallet that's really hard to use, or you can get the easy wallet to use that's not that secure, or you could get that perfect balance of a wallet that is reasonably secure and reasonably easy to use, so that you're not risking on one end or the other. All right. So Trezor and Ledger are the two #1 crypto wallets out there because they occupy that space. Ease of use and security, right? The best of both worlds. Oh, I'm out of breath, man. In your upcoming tutorial, we'll be showing how to set up Rabby using the Ledger wallet. Yeah, I will definitely. I definitely did. I've already recorded it. Actually, I just haven't edited it. But if you just want a crash course on using Rabby wallet with a Ledger device, check out this meme video, because I start from scratch. I show you how to set up base network, how to install Rabby network using your Ledger device, and how to fund your Rabby wallet using Base Bridge or a withdrawal from Coinbase. So if you want just a quick and dirty tutorial on using Rabby with your Ledger, you should check out this video. Pretty sure I used the Ledger in that video. Let's double check that, eh? Let's turn off sound here. Let me see. Funding. Yeah, you can see this video. I'm using the Ledger device. So yeah, if you want to know how to use your Ledger device with Rabby wallet, check out that video I just linked down in the chat window. You got it, Constantine. Bonk coin, 1.3 million in market cap, 20. What's your take? I'm not the guy to ask about the right coins to buy. The best advice I could give you is to have me tell you, give you trading advice, and then do the exact opposite. Because I am not a trader. I'm pretty good with wallets, and I'm pretty good teacher. I try to be clear and concise in my tutorial videos, but I am not the guy to come to for trading advice. I apologize for that. I don't want to steer anybody wrong. Yeah, the Descent wallet does use a micro USB cable. The one that they give you is somewhat short. It's more for a laptop, but you can get a replacement micro USB cable on Amazon on the cheap. And I happen to have, I've been, a tech head for years. I had a couple laying around. But yeah, I'm not that crazy about the micro USB connector myself. But yeah, every wallet has its pros and cons, and I will admit that the Descent wallet using that micro USB is a little off-putting for some people. Keystone and Ellipal both use USB-Cs, and Ledgers use USB-Cs. If you remember, the older Ledger Nano S, the original one, used is this it? No, this is my Ledger Nano S Plus. Yeah, the old Ledger Nano S used micro USB. Yeah, I've got one. Of course I've got one. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just go over here. Oops. Oh, I thought I had a bigger one. Oh, greeting. Yeah, let's do greeting. Let's turn this off. Yeah, that's the old Ledger Nano S, right? So back in the old days, everybody was using the micro USB connector. But, now most wallets have graduated up to the USB-C connector now. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. That is true. Do I have one of those? Yeah. I can't find my... yeah, I found it. Sorry to keep you guys at bay there. But yeah, this is the Descent, and it does use the micro USB-C. But like I said, it's pretty easy to use. It has biometrics. The Ledger does not have biometrics, and the Trezor does not have biometrics. When you use your Ledger, you do have to put in your PIN in order to access the device, right? which can be a little tricky for some people. I'm used to it by now, but it's a little ganky. So yeah, and the Keystone also has a fingerprint reader too. It just makes it easy to get in and out of the wallet. So anyway, thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate Diesel Kane is here. Yeah, not too many questions towards the end. Usually people start asking questions fast and furious right when I'm about to sign off. But I'm going to take this lull as the sign that I am free to go. I want to thank you guys for listening. I hope I didn't lecture too much about the importance of crypto wallets and the importance of evaluating your risk profile, right? It's not just a black and white, oh, I need the most secure wallet out there. That's a mistake for most people. You'll end up losing crypto because you've done something wrong, or you can't figure out how to use the wallet, or you dump your crypto in the wallet and you really never thought about how you were going to get it out. So try to find the wallet that's right for you and your level of expertise. And I want to thank Kenny. I didn't see Dan or JDO in here tonight, but I still want to give a shout out to the two moderators, Dan and JDO. Hopefully we'll see them again soon. Hope they're doing great. Joseph, thanks for that donation. P. Wizzle, Paul, thank you. Methuselah 969, thank you for your donation. Bobby, thank you. Sil, thank you so much. And Wally, thank you for your donation. I think that one slipped by me in the heat of the moment. I appreciate your donation as well tonight. I always appreciate it. Thank you, everyone that asked questions. Thank you, everyone that just came in to watch. I hope you guys learned something. If I did not get to your question, please shoot me an email, thecryptodad@gmail.com. One word, thecryptodad@gmail.com. I would be happy to answer your questions and see if we can't solve your problems through email. And we will do this next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon. Don't forget Wednesdays too. I missed my last two, but keep your eyes open. I'll probably do a live stream this Wednesday afternoon, mid-morning, 10 a.m. to somewhere around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're up in the middle of the night watching this one, you might check me out on Wednesday mornings. Wherever you are in the world, you're always welcome. Have a good night, everybody.